You're listening to Daily Manna Devotionals. Thanks for stopping by. The title of today's devotion is Caution. What are some cautions I should be aware of when it comes to risk-taking? God's response. Trusting oneself is foolish, but those who walk in wisdom are safe. Proverbs 28:26. Fools think they need no advice, but the wise listen to others. Proverbs 12:15. The wise are curious and avoid danger. Fools plunge ahead with great confidence. Proverbs 14:16. There's a difference between being a risk taker and being a fool. The Bible warns us not to take risks that ignore or contradict sound principles. Consulting God and wise friends committed to God before taking big steps in life provides a high chance of success. Fools rarely consult others. They never consult God, and they make plans that are mostly for personal gain or fame. God is looking for wise and obedient risk takers, not foolish people who plunge ahead without first seeking His guidance. God's challenge. Since fools base their thoughts on foolish premises, their conclusions will be wicked madness. Ecclesiastes 10:13. This devotion comes out of For Men, a devotional by Tyndale. I think this is pretty clear cut, but it speaks to me. It's something that I can relate to, that hits home with me. I trade the stock market every day, so it's something that it really is something that I use every day. There's a big difference between calculated risk and just jumping in foolhardy trying to get rich. If I just bought stocks because they're super cheap and threw all my money at them, the chances of success in that are very low. Whereas if I study the markets every day and treat it like a business and a job, and read all the financial articles every day and consult God before I enter the markets every day, and actually mitigate my risk and take chances that are intelligent and slight risks, calculated, not just crazy foolhardy risks trying to get rich in 5 minutes. So that's what kind of speaks to me, is because I deal with that every day with what I do in the stock market every day. But it also relates to everyday life, or big decisions in life. Some would say that it's risky or crazy that I have made decisions based on nothing but a text message or something that I felt like God was speaking to me. A lot of people would say that was crazy if they're not believers or didn't follow the teachings of Jesus Christ in the Bible. Then saying that, once upon a time I went and looked at a restaurant and had a partner and everything was lined up, and I was basically at the point of signing on the bottom line to buy this restaurant and move to another state. And I didn't do that solely based on one text message that came from a Manna, because I happened to be praying at that exact moment in time for God to stop me if that wasn't what He wanted me to do. Needless to say, I got that confirmation from Him, and He spoke to me very clearly. So another example would be I lived in Columbia, in another town, for 10 years, and then I moved to St. Joe here. I quit a job that I enjoyed, that I liked, with people that I liked, in a town that I was very comfortable and felt like was my home, and I moved 3 hours away to a different town based on what I believed God wanted me to do. So to some people, these things would be considered very risky or crazy, but to me, these are just mitigated risks, and they're exactly what God's looking for. He wants us to be willing to take those chances, be willing to take those big steps in life, as long as we're following His guidance, and we're asking the guidance of those around us. If you're in a situation, a bad relationship, for instance, or a bad business deal, or a good one, or thinking about entering into a relationship or into a business deal, or whatever the case may be, it's very important to consult God, of course, and consult the people around you. If everybody's telling you, what are you doing? Your friends and family who you trust and who are Christians are telling you should be changing things, or not making a certain decision, or getting out of a relationship, or entering a relationship, or whatever the case may be, it's important to listen to them because they have your best interests at heart, just as it's important to listen to God. Don't be afraid to take that chance or that step or that risk, as long as it's calculated and it's been well thought out and you feel like it's what God wants you to do. There's a saying that I love, and I think about it all the time. It's not from the Bible, but I do. I really like it, and it goes a little something like this: life starts outside of your comfort zone. And I try to think about that because I sometimes have a tendency to stay within our comfort zone. I think we all do, and it's important to remember that. Some of the best, most exciting, happiest, coolest things that I've ever experienced in life started by taking a chance or taking a risk and getting outside of my comfort zone. So I try to remind myself of that. Maybe you guys can do the same. Anyway, yeah, take a risk, take a chance today. Just make sure it's a good one, a calculated one, and one that God approves of. And have a great, fantastic day. God bless.